The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
The most talented team I ever played on.
Oh, man, you know.
That team we played on could beat any team in history.
They're like my sons.
This was a team with a purpose.
Yes. What's up, real?
That feeling, nobody can take it away.
We're here to win the World Series. We're here to win the whole dang thing.
The Blue Jays are World Series champions.
Toronto Blue Jays are celebrating a very special day. It's the 30th anniversary since their World Series win in 1992.
What's going on? What's up? Where are you?
My man.
Oh, there he is. How are you, big guy?
And the Minnesota Twins have gone from the cellar to the penthouse in the American League.
There was a sour taste in our mouth, I think, after '91 because we had played the Twins really tough during the regular season and actually beat them in a series right before the playoffs, so we felt very confident that we could beat them. Then they went on to win the World Series, and it was like, that could be us.
We just felt that maybe we need to make some adjustments to our ball club from 91 to 92.
When we got to spring training, we had picked up Jack Morris and we had picked up Dave Winfield, and it was like, hey, we are going for it.
I don't think there's any question whatsoever that we went to spring training with the intention of winning the World Series. All you had to do was talk to Jack to know that the most important part of his life was winning. The most important part of his life wasn't, his ERA. It was the team winning the games that he started.
But we knew he was a competitor, and when he got on the mound, he was going to be a horse.
I tell this story because it's the greatest story as far as negotiations I ever had in pro baseball. Paul Beeston decided to fly me into Toronto, come in, I signed the contract, then he takes us out to dinner. And typical Paul Beeston, he proposes a toast at the end of the evening, and he goes, to Jack Morris, may you never know how much more I was willing to pay you. And I will never forget that. It was welcome to Toronto. And I love the man ever since because it just showed part of his character that he can make light of a situation that typically is a little bit stressful.
Which is 33 and a half, maybe 32?
31 and a half.
31 and a half?
33 and a half, 31 and a half.
That's a toothpick for you.
He was the kind of guy you could just put the whole team on his shoulder and let him lead us.
He was an icon. The stature that he carried without saying a word, it was Dave Winfield.
There he is.
Hey,
what's up, man? Good to see you.
He was the perfect piece for this team. He wanted to win a World Series.
We felt very confident that we were going to really make some noise in October.
We started playing. It was like, take no prisoners, go get them. It just all clicked so suddenly. I mean, it was like we had played together our whole lives.
It just didn't seem like the same team. It was just a different feel.
I said, hey, we got this. This is our year.
A lot of teams say we were cocky, but we were confident because we knew if we were down by one run, we were going to win.
It wasn't a one-man show by any means. It made it so much fun. It was almost like couldn't wait to see who was going to be the star of the game the next night.
I can remember pulling into the parking lot, and I was like, we got who? Like, David Cone is coming here?
I was shocked. I was really shocked. I learned quickly, how much they wanted me there. I learned also the reception, too, from the fans was so overwhelming. And it was a tremendous opportunity to do something special.
One of the better pitchers I ever had. And when I said that David comes to beat you, he will throw, as we say in baseball, the kitchen sink at you.
Thought it was a mistake. I'm like, there's no way. That can't be David Cone. I'm like, we're winning it. We are winning it.
And let the celebration begin. The Blue Jays are Eastern Division champs once again.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't finish up. You could be happy, enjoy, but your goal is to get that ring and get that trophy. And our guys were still focused on doing those sort of things.
Well, once you get in the playoffs, you have to beat somebody that's good anyway. And Oakland was a powerhouse.
If you want to knock us down, we're knocking you down. You want to fight, we'll fight.
They chirped a lot in the dugout. They tested you when you were on the mound or the opposing team.
When he struck out Sprague, and, he gave that little fist pump, we're okay with that. But don't look in our dugout. And he did.
This is the 8th inning. We still got one more at bat. He did that. He just woke us up even more.
There's a drive. That's a deep right field. Way back, it's gone.
That was like the dagger in the heart.
It was almost like everybody looked at each other and said, see, they are beatable.
We knew we got them now.
Forward is Maldonado, and the Blue Jays have finally won the pennant.
It was just something that you had to hold back tears, and you had so much joy and happiness inside of you.
We've accomplished 2 of the 3 goals that we set out to. The game's not over yet.
We all knew the story, too. We wanted to be the first one, the first Canadian team to win a World Series. We all knew the significance of that.
We knew what it meant for this country, for Toronto, if we make it to the big dance.
It's an entire country. I'm going to repeat that. It's an entire country that pulls for you.
The thing I remember the most is flying the flag upside down. And everybody thought, during the national anthem.
That was another thing that said, hey, they don't respect us, and we're gonna play and we're gonna win this thing.
It's kind of a rallying cry that gets in your gander a little bit and gets you boiling a little bit.
Maybe it was just a mistake, but it played really in our favor.
Well hit to left field, to the wall, home run, and Sprague.
Eddie hits the pinch hit 2-run homer. You talking about, it went from like 0 to 1,000 in that dugout.
In every big series, there's a play like that. Somebody comes through, an unsung hero will come through, and once he does, then you feel like it's our time.
Great teams pull for each other. It's like literally grab an oar, we're rowing this boat together.
I'm gonna tell you, one of the best plays ever, World Series, he ran straight back to the fence, you catch it, and then when all 4 you hit the wall and throw it back. That was one of the best, ever.
Back at the wall, jumps and picks it off the wall.
I made a great catch, just absolutely great catch. It saved us in a lot of ways.
Devon catch that ball, that changes the whole game.
Hey, game on.
Hey, you think right field, that is you. Hey, you think about right field, yeah.
It was back and forth and back and forth. All I know is we gotta win Game 6.
In the 11th inning of Game 6 of the World Series.
Dave Winfield was a great player, but that was his signature moment. For him to come through in that spot was huge.
He's going to hit it right down that third base line. And sure as heck, right down the third base line.
3-2 to Winfield, down the line, a base hit, into the left field corner, and a 4-2 Toronto lead.
Sweet justice for Dave Winfield to get the big base hit that puts the Blue Jays over the top, the game winner.
And Cito comes out of the dugout. I mean, I literally just dropped the ball as soon as he moved his hand, and I ran in.
With the tying run at third and 2 down in the bottom of the 11th, 4-3 Blue Jays. Mike Timlin will be the new pitcher for Toronto. Now he's on to save the biggest win in Toronto Blue Jay history.
Got this warm-up. I said, Timmy, watch it. He's going to bunt. Be ready for it. Be ready for it.
Joe walks up. He goes, dude, if he bunts, you got, the first base line. I'm like, okay, got it.
Timlin. Nixon bunts. Timlin on it.
And he bunts it on the first base line. I'm like, oh, Joe's over there. So, and Joe didn't even make an attempt to come in. So I just run over there and pick it up.
It was total quiet. I couldn't hear nothing. And then it's like, just anticipating the ball being thrown to you.
On it, throws to first.
And I'm sitting there going like, 1,001, 1,002.
And I want to say his face was almost like a surprise that he just reached out and caught it. And it went from, I got it to, and then we're winners of the World Series.
For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border.
The most thing I was impressed with was after all the celebration, all the jumping up and down, I still had the ball in my glove. I never dropped the ball.
I looked at Joe, I'm like, dude, that's my save. I want the ball. And he was like, he didn't want to give it to me.
I go, but I caught it. And I go, okay, man, here, you can have the ball. So I gave him the ball.
He goes, you're right, it's your save. He throws it in my glove. I still have that ball with that glove.
It was pure, unadulterated joy. It was unbelievable.
It's the crescendo to a great concert, right? You can't wait for that last note so you can start the celebration.
Take a chance, live your life for just one night.
The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
You get goosebumps, man. I mean, you really get goosebumps.
To win the last game of the season, that means you're a World Series champion. No better feeling in baseball.
Can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, not coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now.
I think it was unbelievable, really, because it's like everybody in Toronto, you know, Young Street, we would watch TV and we see them party all night. We're like, whoa.
There was nothing like Toronto. Every game was a sellout. We were the show that night.
You feel just tremendous pride. You know, we did it. We came through.
The beauty about being on a winning team like that is there's a bond that exists for the rest of your life.
Sun goes down, our spirits free, nothing left but
What's up, Pop?
we can go and see a world unknown. Come explore with me.
It was the culmination of a lot of hard work. From that day forward, Toronto became a baseball town.
We knew what our goal was. We knew how the year had, unfolded. We knew we won the American League East. We knew we won the American League East. Did we just win the World Series?
And I can't fight this feeling, we're up all night, not coming down, heartbeat pump to the rhythm, and ain't no stopping us now.
In the end, we had succeeded, and we're so happy, and it was just an unbelievable feeling that, you get those feelings maybe once or twice in a lifetime if you're lucky.